Namaste. I am Professor Dr. Pramod Kiraga, Professor of Food Technology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. The session is Drying and Drying Equipments, Dairy Engineering, BTech FBT, 6th semester. We are studying milk and milk products, dairy engineering. There are several milk products in which we use the drying, we use the dryers, we use the various drying equipments. Except that since you are a food engineer, there many occasions will come where you have to study, where you have to decide, where you have to employ the drying techniques. And at that time, you should have the knowledge of various type of drying equipments available and various type of drying systems are available. So today we're going to discuss about these various drying equipments and how do they work. They may be used for making milk and milk products. They may be used for dehydrated fruit and vegetable product, for other dehydrated food mixes, beverage mixes, and so forth, so on. So let me share the screen with you and let me explain one by one various drying equipments available. Okay, so here you go. I'm sharing the screen. This is the screen sharing. There you go, I'm sharing it and it is shared. So you can see the drying and drying equipment. What is the drying? May I ask, first question let me ask, what is the drying and what is the dehydration? Or dono mein what is the difference? So removal of moisture up to maximum extent is dehydration, and reducing the moisture from one level to another level in most of the time is called drying, like drying of grains and dehydration of tomatoes. Dehydrated tomato powder, dried tomato powder कभी नहीं सुनेंगे हम, but हम dried paddy सुनेंगे. So ये difference है drying, and this is the difference between drying and dehydration. Dehydrated papaya powder, dehydrated garlic powder, dehydrated onion powder. But we will see, we listen, dried paddy, dried wheat, dried mustard. Okay, dehydrated mushrooms होंगे, dried mushrooms नहीं सुनेंगे. कभी कभी कोई use कर लेता होगा. That is different thing. So that is the basic difference between drying and the dehydration. And drying is a simple process of dehydration until there is not enough moisture to support microbial activity. Or dehydration is a process where we have to reduce up to the maximum extent this moisture, where the product can be dehydrated. So if adequately dried and properly stored, dehydrated foods are self-stable. They can be stored for longer time. Like for example, milk can be stored for 3-4 days even after pasteurization, and 2-3 months after distillation, but milk powder can be good for years. Okay, so that is the difference. That is the benefit of drying. Purpose क्या होंगे drying के, because of now I'm talking in general about the drying. So it will increase the shelf life and enhance the shelf life period, as well as provide the preservation quality to the product. Reduction in transportation cost. It is very always bulky to carry the moist weight rather than a dried weight, and there will be easy material handling, and it will improve some of the properties of the food material like flowability or compressibility, etc. Now drying equipments की अगर मैं बात करूं, so dryer is a device, actually इसको dryer बोलेंगे. वो एक ऐसी device है which removes the moisture by heating the mass to a level where it becomes safe to store. And batch dryers are used, and continuous dryers are there. तो feed dried product heat गई और moisture को remove कर दिया. इन सब का basic principle यही है. Heat गई, moisture evaporate हुआ, moisture बाहर गया, material dry हो गया. And it is very important ड्राइंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. मॉइस्चर कंटेंट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. whenever you go to buy the grains, you always first inquire about the moisture content of the grain loaf. Otherwise कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि आप पानी खरीद के ले आओ. Suppose you have to buy the paddy with 10% moisture content or 9%, and you brought the paddy with 13% moisture content, तो 4% तो you moisture का ही पैसा आप दे आए, सुखाती प्रोडक्ट कम हो जाएगा. So it is very important. Moisture is very important. Okay. तो इसलिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? That's why you have to be very very careful. So I was telling you, feed, dryer, dried product, dryer, heat vent, and moisture removed. Selection of equipment depends upon which equipment you will select. That depends upon physical and chemical properties of the material, production capacity of the equipment, initial and final moisture content, particle size distribution, then temperature and drying. All right. So dryer must operate reliably, safely, and economically. There are some general consideration. Economical भी होना चाहिए, safely भी होना चाहिए, reliability भी होनी चाहिए, maintenance cost ज़्यादा नहीं, there should not be much enough maintenance cost, and energy consumption must be minimized. Energy consumption is to be minimized. So you can see here a pic of the industrial dryers. Though these all are industrial dryers, they look like this. Now I will tell you the classification of the dryers, which is very important. This slide is way far important. So dryers, you can classify them on the basis of their heat transfer mode, convection, conduction, radiation, dielectric, combined modes. If I talk about the convection, then there are flash dryer, spray dryer, fluid bed dryer, cabinet dryer, tunnel dryer, rotary dryer, sprouted bed dryer. On conduction basis, there are drum dryers. Drum dryer is fantastic. You see that. I have seen it working. Then agitated pan dryer, rotary dryer, tray dryer. We have in our university itself tray dryer in food dehydration plant in our campus. Then radiation dryer में infrared shelf dryer, sun dryer. Then dielectric dryer में microwave oven dryer, microwave tunnel, radio frequency dryer. And combined modes, there are combined modes dryers, microwave, convective, microwave, sprouted, infrared, convective, radio frequency assisted heat pump dryer, etc. So these are the various type of dryers available based on their heat transfer mode. Then industrial dryers, as the name suggests here, spray dryer, which is very popularly used for making milk powder. Tray dryer, we have it in our university, multi-purpose. Fluidized bed dryer for grains mainly. It's provide a very uniform heating of the grains or even some of the food products. Then flash dryer, then drum dryer, vacuum dryer, tunnel dryer, rotary dryer, and freeze dryer. Where the quality is to be taken care of, really good, freeze dryer is used. So these are various type of dryers you can see. Spray dryer you can see, let me explain here the example. This is the drying gas, it is the drying chamber. And what is happening? This is the liquid feed. So liquid is feeded here, atomized through atomizer, and the hot air passes through that atomized feed. Exhaust gas goes out from here, and the cyclone brought the dried particles here. So that's how spray drying is done. So milk आया, atomize हुआ, hot air आई, milk powder आ गया, और exhaust gas यहाँ से चली. So that's how you can use the spray dryer. All right. It looks like this. This is the spray dryer as a whole assembly. This is the inside principal section. You can see. It's very important. The advantages, disadvantages, I am not going into that. You read by your own. Tray dryer. This is the tray dryer. We have it in our university, our food dehydration plant. Many of you might have seen. It is a commercial dryer, and it has tray in it. As it is saying, it has 2 heaters or 3 heaters at the bottom and a fan for moving the hot air across these trays and across the material which we have, and an exhaust is there. So it works simply on the evaporation method, conduction method, and your moisture is just evaporated by this hot air which is coming in contact of the wet material. And tray dryer is used mainly for it's a multi-purpose dryer. It can be used for fruits, for vegetables, for grains, for all other kind of dehydration, or the product which we have to dehydrate. All right, so you can see is very well here. I can show you when we will meet in the campus. You can see here that these are the trays, and the coils are heating coils are here. A fan is there, and the hot air moves around the product and take the moisture out and goes out, and that's how slowly moisture reduced. So that's how the tray dryer works. And then comes the advantages, and we're not worried. Fluidized bed dryer is very simple. Means the grains, the food material is dancing in the hot air. Means the hot air I am supplying, it has a terminal velocity. Its speed velocity is equal to the terminal velocity of that food grain. As soon as those grains or the food material comes in contact of this air, it bounces and it dances in the hot air current, and the heating becomes very uniform and very perfect heat drying. And because of that, the drying quality is really good. So that type of dryer is known as fluidized bed dryer. Fluidization is taking place. So fluid bed drying is most widely used technique for drying pharmaceutical powders and granules. Even grains, we use it for the grains. The direct contact between particle and air gas is possible in fluid bed system. Here, any type of inert gas or air is used, hot air is used. And fluidized bed dryer, hot air is passed at high pressure through a perforated bottom of the container containing granules of the and granules are lifted from by the hot gas in surrounding, and every granule dries completely. Means you listen like this, air is coming and the grains are there, they stop and they just move like this in this form. Means up and down, they are swinging in the air and going out and getting dried like this. यहाँ पे वो bounce करते हैं हवा में, dancing in the air. All right, so that's how it is done. Advantages, मैं तो कहूँगा the best advantage is that the drying quality is excellent. Uniform drying takes place. Flash dryer, ये flash dryer है. You can see here. Flash dryer utilizes superheated steam as the drying medium, have some unique quality and energy advantages over air drying system. So we use the superheated steam, and that we just provide a flash of the steam and the drying is done. Yeah, so next dryer is the drum dryer, and drum dryer is very interesting. I have seen this drum dryer working. What happened, there is a drum which has heating coil or inside, or heating steam is moving inside it, and the outer surface of that drum is hard. And whenever a material to be dried, and mainly it is used for liquid or slurry type material, so what happens, that liquid or slurry type material is faded, is sprayed on this outer surface, and as soon as it touches that surface, that liquid material or the slurry material, till this drum takes half round or 1 round, it gets dry and it is scraped off by a scraper from the surface, and that cycle keeps on moving. Means new liquid or slurry is coming, falling on this drum surface is hard, in 1 round or half round it is dried and scraped off. So by that way, it is used for drying of the liquid material, thin slurry or thick slurry feed. And especially if we have to make flax and all, flax we say it is used for making the flax also. So, and there is simply a drum, and that drum is being heated by heating coils or by steam from inside, and outer surface is hot. So that hot outer surface, when the material falls on it in a thin layer, it immediately dries off and it is scraped off by a scraper. So that was this drum dryer or the roller dryer. And I have seen it, in a plant working very nicely where the stearic acid flakes were being made out of this. So I have seen it. So this is fantastic machine. Next is the classification of drum dryers. Can further be classified. Number of drums, how many drums are there, how much is the pressure, what is the feeding arrangement, what is the material of construction. According to that, we can do the classification of these drum dryers. You can see here roller feed type, nip feed type, and this is dip feed type, spray feed type, and splash feed type. So based on the feeding, we can also classify these drum dryers. And it is used for the food stuff, baby food, batter mix, casein, corn, flash foods, fruit juice, milk, oats, potatoes, starches, whey, yeast, and it is used for lot of the chemical manufacturing, because some of the equipments are common. Either it is chemical manufacturing, it is the food manufacturing or food processing. Some of the equipments are same. This is the vacuum dryer. This equipment is a good example of conduction dryer. And the vacuum oven consists of a jacketed vessel to withstand vacuum within the oven. And there are supports for the shelves giving a large area for conduction. Heat transfer takes place. The oven can be closed by a door. You can see here, this oven is closed by a door. And operating pressure can be as low as 0.03 bar, at which pressure waters boil at 25 to 35 degrees Celsius. What happens? The water boils at a low pressure, and the heat of that boiled water is used for the drying purpose. So that's how your vacuum dryers are working. So this is the steam or water jacket. I keep the product here, and this is the condenser receiver where I receive the condensate, and the vacuum pump is connected to this, and the condenser is here, and that's how the heating effect takes place. This water boils at a low vacuum, low pressure, and provide the heating effect, and the product is heated. So that's how the vacuum dryers work. It looks like that when it is edge assembly in the plant. Tunnel dryer, it is tunnel based. It is a modified form of tray dryer in which oven is replaced by a tunnel. You can see here the material to be dried is entered one end and the dried material comes out of another end. यहाँ से जाएगा मटेरियल, जब तक वो बाहर आएगा तब तक वो सूख जाएगा, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं टनल ड्रायर. रोटरी ड्रायर है, that is a dryer which is rotary drying. Then freeze drying. Freeze drying is a process in which water is removed from a product after it is frozen and placed under a vacuum, allowing the ice to change directly from solid to वेपर. हम क्या करते हैं कि हमारा एक सब्लिमेशन पॉइंट होता है जहां पर क्या होता है कि सॉलिड सीधा वेपर में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. सो व्हाट वी डू, फर्स्ट वी फ्रोज द प्रोडक्ट. When the water inside the product is froze, it is put under vacuum, and what happens at this pressure, sublimation point occurs, and this solid directly converts to the vapor. So we take the benefit of that, and we provide the freeze drying. Freeze drying is very, very good for the product which are sophisticated in nature and where quality is a matter, where there is a fear that at high temperature the quality will deteriorate. So we use the freeze drying. And this is these are the stages in the freeze dryer. Freeze stage, पहले हम shell freezing करेंगे, फिर centrifugal evaporative freezing करेंगे, vacuum application stage, sublimation stage आएगी, then primary drying, then heat transfer, vapor removal, and rate of the drying, then secondary drying, then packaging. So sublimation is a stage where solid directly converts into the vapor. तो वो ice बन जाता है और directly vapor में convert होकर उड़ जाता है. And then we do the vapor removal and control the rate of drying, and we do the secondary drying, and we do the packaging of the product. So this is really, really good for the products for which if I dry them at high temperature, their quality will lost. So that's how it is done. That's all. But that was about these drying equipments, and the drying was done. I told several dryers, their uses in nutshell, how they work, their principle. So that was it. If you have any question, you can ask me always in the my YouTube comment box or face-to-face when we meet. And when you go with me to University Food Dehydration Plant in a trade rare, you can ask the questions also there. That was all about the drying. Thank you very much and have a good day. Let me stop sharing. And now this is the time to stop this presentation and lecture. Thank you.